To the surface. There. To mighty Uncle Zeus, vanquisher of Titans, your strength has saved our family before. You're most kind to now share some of it with me.
It's hardly seemed the time to make me offerings. All the more reason I appreciate the gesture, niece. And per the custom of our family, I've prepared something for you in turn.
You are most generous, Lord Uncle.
What are you doing on the surface, young lady? How shall you survive? Surely you know your line is bound beneath the earth. Your strength is better spent against our foes down there.
Zeus, take you. What?
As the ill-fated princess feels her life force fade with every breath of surface air, her sole recourse is to return whence she came.
What? Through all that. Spilled half my blood back there.
My word, you reached the surface, didn't you, Sunshine? I thought your birthright meant you couldn't live up here.
Return to Shadow now.
Just a moment. You traveled to the surface, knowing full well the fates decided long ago that those of your line could not survive there and would always be forced back to the underworld.
The curse was palpable. I never intended to stay for long, just long enough to lend my relatives support. But it seems your sisters insist that I do no such thing.
Well, I don't see them around right now, do you? Incidentally, there was once an incantation that I happened upon, which was not intended for my eyes, but I now choose to think that it was intended for yours. Farewell.
Unraveling a fateful bond. I couldn't breathe. The way you can breathe out of water, so too could I breathe the surface air. Are you growing more motivated to find your family, or merely growing more despondent? See you all again in a few nights.
What's up?
Hail, Spirit.
Kneel, witch.
Don't you have friends among the other shades, Dora? You could join them for some activity out there. It's picked up a lot of late.
Foolish witch.
Haunting this tent is a full-time obsession. We lesser shades can be a little single-minded. I guess kind of like mortals.
Not just mortals.
I shall return.
My greetings.
Thank you for visiting me last night, Lord Moros. So, hypothetically, if I were to complete a certain incantation that somehow loosened the grip the three fates have on my birthright, how angry would they be?
Please understand, Princess, that I am not at liberty to give advice on matters such as that, not even hypothetically. I trust I've been sufficiently direct in putting it this way?
In other words, we shouldn't be talking about this at all, and I assume all risk for my actions related to any potentially forbidden incantations that I've learned.
Yes, that covers it.
No prophecies about me on the surface, so they don't know, or know I won't succeed.
Back amongst the living.
Can I suppress my illness on the surface? Whatever gleams with gold shall soon be found.
What else? You visited the surface. I can't imagine that played out particularly well. At least you made it back at all.
It was draining. Even at night, something about being under the stars, I didn't know there were so many. It was more than I could take. You were right.
A lesson learned and an experience gained. The fates themselves do not want you up there. What shall you do?
I have an incantation to complete. I don't need to stay forever on the surface. I just need to hold on long enough to make it to Olympus.
Ah, then you seek to improve this aspect of yourself without rejecting it outright. I see how that may work.
It has to. One, please. Nemesis must have a head start.
Goddess, the good witch always figured you would make your way up to the mortal realm. Once you were ready and the situation called for it. Well done.
She warded the pathway there, until such time as I had the means to pass through. But the climate on the surface is another matter.
Your underworld birthright stuff getting in the way? A curse, not just a blessing, it would seem. Well, if your witchery got you this far, surely it can aid with this predicament.
That's the plan. The arms of night. The rod of fishing. What shall the rivers yield to us?
May not a single fish elude that thing.
This has great
Get over
thirst
here,
this
young
eve.
one, right now. You're brave to venture through that previously warded gateway, but come on! You underworld types aren't cut out for surface life. Unless, perchance, there is an incantation that could help.
I think there is, Commander. Except, it calls for reagents that can only be found up there. But how am I supposed to gather them before the incantation is complete?
Mayhaps just make a run for it, I don't know. So what if you can't stay long? Just grab what you need and get out of there.
It's not ideal, but